how did you begin to mold your herbal path as a teacher? And what were your first teaching experiences like? My first teaching experience was kind of horrible and tragic, but also a really big learning experience for me and something that definitely set me on my path. So I started teaching herbalism when I was pretty young. Shortly after I graduated herb school, I wasn't even quite 25 at the time. And my teacher had recommended that I teach at a local herb school, and I was very fortunate to be invited to do so. I was quite nervous. I didn't have any plans on being a teacher. I had full plans on being a herbal practitioner, and my kids were small, and teaching just wasn't in my mind. So I was surprised but excited, and I took the opportunity. And the first class that I was asked to teach was the history of herbalism, which is something that really excites me and lights me up and I get excited about. And I went maybe a little bit overboard in creating my content. I wrote out this huge long lecture. I showed up to class. I sat down at the desk in front of a classroom of maybe 25 students or so, and I was so nervous that I just sat there. I sat there with my paper in front of me and I just read. I just read through the history of herbalism. And I didn't do much other than that. And after the class was over, it was a couple of hours long or so, I was very lucky that the owner of the school who had invited me to teach said, thanks for showing up and giving it a good effort. And maybe next time you could stand up and put some things on the board or come with some handouts or some books to share. And I was very fortunate that she said maybe next time, because I knew that I hadn't blown it and that she was willing to give me another chance. And so I did show up again. And I was still very nervous, but I did get up and write things on the board. I did bring books and props to share. I did a little bit better. And then every time after that, I continued to get better. And it took time. So I like to share that story because I love to teach. Teaching is really important to me. And I feel like I've become very good at it, but I wasn't good at it in the beginning. And it took time and it took practice and it took patience. And now it's easy. It's the easiest thing that I do. And just remembering that when we teach, so long as we teach from our own knowing, our own truth, and our own integrity, we really can't go wrong. So hopefully there's lots of other budding herbalists out there that want to help spread the good word of herbal medicine, because the universe needs good herbal teachers more now than ever. Don't give up.